Chris Isaak. I love Chris Isaak. You know, my father used to play Chris Isaak, and it's very nostalgic for me. And I follow his Instagram because it's just he posts only about his little dog, which I love. I grew up listening to everything in my house. I mean, everything from country to, rock and roll, glam rock. My father was a sound engineer who used to travel for a company called Red Bus Touring in London in the 60s and 70s. So my father used to tour with all these glam rock bands like The Sweet and Suzi Quatro and The Who and people like that. So I listened to a lot of that, a lot of African music. Wow, Dolly, look at that. I love Dolly Parton. I mean, she's just the most beautiful person and the most beautiful soul. That's cool. It's the German version. I wanted to see what the liners said. I picked the first track, which is Light of a Clear Blue Morning. The thing I think that is really special about Dolly Parton that I think is sometimes an oversight of her, because everyone loves Dolly, of course, but if you take her lyrics out of context and you didn't know they were her lyrics and you didn't, have her cheerfulness and her positivity and whatever, her lyrics are extremely heartbreaking. Dolly has this kind of magical secret way of writing such heartbreaking, beautiful stuff, and she does it with such a smile and such a positive kind of cheerfulness that you don't even really know that you're crying listening to it. And I think that that's such an incredible thing to do. It's very, very much why, not only is she a country legend, but just a pretty incredible legendary person of our lifetime, She left Porter Wagoner, who was her, her romantic partner and her working partner, and they wrote a lot of music together, and they were basically like a duet team for a long time. And that's why she wrote I Will Always Love You. It's about Porter. And when she went solo, there was like some doubt within the country community at the time that she could manage as a solo artist, and I think she's it was a really brave move for her as a woman in country at that time to blaze her own trail, and I think, she still does. She's such a badass, really. Oh, I love this album. So this is Divine's album. Look at that. Someone who knows about being a heightened version of themselves. Let me try to pick something here. Well, that's an incredible album. My favorite guy, Johnny Cash. Kind of the quintessential country crooner who made an entire career off of being an outlaw that never went to prison. So. Okay, this is a good album. Willie Nelson, obviously everyone knows Willie Nelson, but the funny thing that some people don't know about Willie Nelson is when he first started, he had like 5 albums that completely tanked. No one would put out Willie Nelson, and no one knew what to do with him, and he was actually kicked off of a lot of record labels when he was in Nashville. And he used to just go get so drunk because he was so depressed that he would lay down in the street outside the honky tonks on Broadway in Nashville and wait for a car to run him over because he hated his life so much. And then he moved to Austin and started smoking weed, and then everything changed for him. But I kind of love that Willie Nelson, you know, he's one of the original outlaws in the outlaw country movement. You know. So this is a song that's been covered by a lot of people, but it's a pretty incredible Willie song because it's about kind of that time, about being somebody. A lot of musicians can probably relate to this. It's about, you know, just living in the nightlife and sleeping in the day because your life consists of playing shows, and the lyrics are, the nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life.
But it's my life.
I love Willie. His phrasing, the way Willie phrased his vocals with a bit of like back phrasing and front phrasing, it was very, very rare in country music at the time. And actually that was one of the things that people picked up on, that they couldn't figure out how to put him or where to put him, because he had a very different style of singing. That to our ears now, it sounds pretty normal. But for country music, doing the kind of spoken bits and the back phrasing, it was like something completely different. He was a real trailblazer, still is.
Listen to the blues they're playing.